Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something special. It's one of the coolest games from the early 2000s in my humble opinion. And let's talk about Rune. It just turned 25 years old, early November. 25 years old, early November. What can I say? Time fucking flies. So to celebrate, I thought I'd hop back into the game and give it another playthrough. So let's get into it.
From birth, the children of the North hear tales of the end of the world. Ragnarok. People of Wotankeld, we gather this day to honor one from our midst, younger than any ever so honored. He is yet wise and strong beyond his years. He has carried shields in the battles at Hindol and Utherby, and aided in the fortification of this village, following the dark tales we have heard from the Northlands. Through trial by single combat, he has proven today that he is ready to take a place among the warriors of this village. Ragnar, son of Jarl, kneeled here before the runestone of Odin, and hear me. You must now put aside all childish things. Swear yourself to protect this stone and the village that surrounds and upholds it. Swear to stand beside your sword brothers until death, to defend this holy shrine of the All-Father. Raise now your sword and take up the glorious duties of the Odin's blade.
And just like that, we're into the game. So you start off as Ragnar, son of Jarl. The first couple of minutes you're just walking around the village, talking to the people that live there. It's not a big village by any means. It's only like 5-6 people or something. So as you might have noticed in the intro cutscene, the textures were a little jittery and some textures were fully stretched. That is probably because I forced it to run on my modern PC. I stretched it all the way to 2K instead of like a 4:3 aspect ratio. And I think the higher frame rate isn't really helping this game either. So just keep that in mind. If you see the cutscenes and it looks a little wonky, it's probably because of what I did to the game. But it's still charming, man. That's the thing. Like it's a really charming game in my opinion, and it has that very early 2000 look to it. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like the first Unreal game, Quake, a little bit of like a Soul Reaver as well, when it comes to like my character model, with like the wrapped bandages and the wonky polygons. But all that Japan aside, let's meet the villagers and do trial by combat. So as you can see here, I'm kind of taking in the atmosphere, looking at the textures, looking at the running animation. And one really cool thing about this game as well, if there's an object of interest nearby, you can see Ragnar will look at that object. So sometimes you don't see it because it's out of frame, but then because you see Ragnar looking left or right, you know, oh, there's like a weapon or a healing item nearby.
Apparently the weapons master doesn't share the village's high opinion, boy. He awaits to test your skills in the longhouse.
Greetings, Ragnar. I hope you feel fit and ready for your final training with Holt. Drink mead from my table to fortify yourself, my son. You must continue your studies of the ways of war, son. Wisdom will come with experience, and you'll have need of both in these dark times. Slaughter and destruction sweeps across the land, and I fear it approaches our own village.
Ragnar, after the many hours you've trained, one might think you would know better than to keep me waiting. You're a good boy, but don't think I can't cut a stripling down to size. You may have bested Sigurd and been named the Odin's Blade, but the ceremony at the Rune Stone is nothing but words. Tradition says that before you truly become a man, you must face the most skilled warrior in the village. You must face me. This is the true trial. Defeat me in combat, and your place among us as a warrior is assured. Defend yourself.
Especially in this cutscene, you can see the clunkiness I was talking about, but still charming and still kind of cute. Also, one thing I noticed, especially in this cutscene, was that the audio is... they put like the speaker on the actor, or they put like the speaker on the guy talking, and then if the camera sways around, the audio will still come from that actor. So sometimes you will hear it in your left ear, sometimes you will hear it in your right ear, or it shifts around because the camera is moving. And normally I think that's a good thing, but in this game it's just a little bit too much. It's kind of hard to explain, but one thing I didn't update when I played this game was the audio. I didn't really find a way to do it. So this is just the original recordings from like 1999 or whenever they did it. And yeah, it's just what it is. But let's kill this guy.
Well, muscle. Come on, boy. Well, where did you learn that? Well done, warrior. The trial is over. For I can see that there is no more I can teach you. I trust experience to show you the rest.
Messengers on the beach! Konrak has besieged Copper Rune and their runestone is under attack. We go to their aid.
It seems that we have completed your training just in time, Ragnar. To the longship.
The people of Copper-Rune have been a staunch ally for many generations, my son. And their runestone stands as a proud beacon for longships coming in from sea. Konrak must truly be foolish to besiege their hall. Odin himself will reach down from Asgard and smite the betrayer for his impudence.
There, my thing, on the horizon. It's Konrak and Sigurd.
And there we fucking have it, man. 2 minutes into the game, we already got our first betrayal. Also, I kind of noticed that the characters were like looking around like birds, parakeets. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Konrak, we fought side by side in many battles. Never would I have guessed that a Viking warrior could so betray every belief we served.
No longer will I be but a servant, old man. Not to you, not the village, not to Odin himself. Copperroot lies in ruins, and I have a mere handful of runestones to destroy before all of Midgard will call me master.
And how is it that you come to stand by the betrayer's side, Sigurd?
Whisking a man across the sea faster than the falcon flies is well within the powers of my new master. Why guard a rock when I can stand at the front of an army set to rule the world?
I am 14 men within an axe throw of your hearts. Prepare to visit hell.
40 men. I need but one to kill you, myself. I call upon the Dark One, the trickster trapped below. Call upon his powers, call them from the bowels of Midgard, and offer these, his foes, to his immortal lust for power and his insatiable hunger for vengeance. Ragnar, awaken, warrior. The time for your death is not yet at hand.
So there you have it. That was the complete intro to the game. As a child, I got really stuck in this spot because it isn't really explained how you go through this area. You just have to figure it out, basically. So here we come into the first part of the cave. We're getting chased by a big old fish. Pretty scary. And don't ask me why, but I thought this looked pretty vibey. So I took a cinematic shot of it. I don't know why. But let's continue. And here we got one of the cute little lizards that are spread throughout the game. They're used for health pickups. So, yeah, pretty cool. And don't blame me for cheating, but I enabled ghost mode in this area because I wanted to have like a cinematic shot of this cool little cave bit. I'm not really sure how well you can see it on the YouTube video, but in this area you can really see the pastel colored shot that I was talking about. The greens, the purples, the light greens. Pretty cool looking area.
Hear me, son of Jarl. I am Odin. And know that it is the All-Father himself who has saved you from certain death. You seek vengeance upon Konrak, and I have granted you this chance. Your journey through the underworld will be rife with danger, and you must arm yourself against the creatures that dwell within these caverns. But when next you breathe the open air, you will stand outside the fortress defiled by the betrayer, the city of Thorstad. Good journey, warrior, and do not squander this opportunity.
So after fully making our way through the caves, we finally entered the new area of the game. Hell.
Heed me, Ragnar. Your route to vengeance leads through this, the boundaries of Hell's domain. She will not take kindly to your presence. And as you walk among the souls of the dishonored, you must defend yourself well. A moment's weakness, and you will never again walk the sunlit land.
So I think this is a cool part of the game. It's pretty dark, spooky, it has skeletons, it has zombie-like enemies. Really vibey. Those zombie-like enemies you can only kill by decapitating them. Yeah, so don't ask me what that bozo was doing over there. I think he was kind of distracted by how buff I was. But as you can see, I decapitated him, picked up his head, and threw it around a little bit. Physics, baby!
There is a strange presence in my realm. A living presence. Why, it's a mortal. A lone warrior. All alone. I should send you some company, lone warrior.
Yeah, okay, cool story, bitch. Anyway, this YouTube video cannot go on for 5 hours. So let's just make our way to the exit here.
Brave warrior. Remember what you have seen and heard in that place, for it will serve you well in your quest. You now enter the caverns beneath the Teardal Mountains. Beware, for you will find its denizens as numerous as Hell's thralls, and unencumbered by rotting flesh.
So these bozos looked really easy and kind of dumb, to be honest. I just completely mauled them. But they do have some tricks up their sleeves. While making my way through that cave, I saw this little guy play the drum. Pretty cute, but he had to be dispatched. So let's hop on over to the physics-based platforming. So these bridges, I don't know if it's because I stretched the resolution or something, they're really glitchy, so you can't just fly through them. So I'm trying to avoid them at all costs. But you do have to use the trampoline-like tarps to make your way higher up into the cave. Alright, here we go. It's time for some big boy jumps, baby. Yee! I just love that their idle animation is just like hopping around. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the size of this guy's wings and shoulders? God damn, he's buff as fuck, brother. Anyway, enough fucking around. It's time to get the hell out of this cave and see some fresh and get some fresh outside air, because now I'm sick and tired of caves, underground passages, and fucking more caves. So get out of here. But first, I gotta appreciate the lizards doing the hard work. They gotta make more little baby lizards so I can have more health pickups throughout the game. So thank you for that. Whoa, getting cheeky with it, baby. Let's go. Alright, get the fuck out of here.
As I foretold, you have won your way to the surface, and before you lies the mountain fortress of Thorstadt. Darkness lies inside those walls, as does Conrack, and vengeance for your father's death.
Who is that?
Bang! And we start off this level by aura farming. We got a pretty cool fit. We're now clothed well for this cold weather. And finally, we can get some human enemies for the first time.
It's that boy, Ragnar. Catch this. Did you hear that? That armor looks big on you, Gelding.
Okay, I do want to talk about this area real quick because it's etched into my brain. Most of the time when you play this area and you smash down those boxes on the guy below, that door that just opened will not always open. And I got so stuck as a kid in this part until I restarted the whole level and then figured out like, oh, this door is supposed to open. So if you ever play it yourself, keep that in mind. It's really fucked up. And when I think about this game, I think about this area specifically most of the time. And the dwarven area, but we'll get to that later.
I have served you well, Conrack.
Under my command, we have laid waste to another score of villages, and now lie within a half-day's march to Wotankeld. But the men begin to grumble about such wanton destruction on their own lands. When our campaign comes to an end, what will remain? It is time to drop this charade of worshipping Loki, lest its magics forever corrupt us. The dogs of war turn against their master. You are skilled with a blade, Sigurd, but you are blind to the grand schemes of my master.
The leader of men you may be, but we have no further use for you or any thrall you might call a warrior.
You dare call us dogs? If these are the rewards of loyalty, I declare the hounds free of the kennel.
Let me show you the rewards of true loyalty. Mortals may call me the betrayer, but the master of this temple has rewarded my devotion with a true army. See for yourself the power of Loki.
Well, 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 look who got betrayed by their master. A tale as old as time. This is one of those moments when I think about the game back in the day, it looked a lot better in my mind. I don't know what to say. It's definitely a whole lot more clunkier than I remember, but still charming. So let's see what this bozo has to say for himself.
Ragnar, I had heard there was an intruder. I prayed to Odin, but feared he would not hear one gone so astray. We fought Konrak merely clever and bloodthirsty, but he is completely mad. He would destroy all of Midgard in his bid to win Loki's favor. You must stop him, Ragnar. While once there were many, there is now only you, the Odin's blade. I know I have not earned Valhalla, but I would not be one of Konrak's monsters. Take my axe, Ragnar, and go to seek vengeance for us all.
I'm sorry, but he still had to go for his betrayal and the death of my father and the death of my village. So, cool story. Time to head to the Dwarven section.
Leave worry to cowards, Ragnar. Trust yourself to faith.
Finally, some damn sunlight. Finally! Another juicy fit change. And might I add, this is the coolest outfit in the game.
Throw that on.
And here we got some more vibey shots of areas I thought that looked pretty cool. Oh man, the early 2000s is dripping off this game. Love the aesthetic. I don't know what they were thinking. Anyway, as vibey as the Dwarven area is, it doesn't really do anything to progress the story. if you ever play it for yourself, it's definitely one of the more fun parts to play through. But let's just skip towards the next part of the game. Because I don't want it to be 5 hours long, guys.
This indulgent structure is new. It seems the Dwarf Lord has built a temple to himself. The dwarves are indeed excellent smiths, but without their leader they will scatter in fear, and their use to Loki will be at an end. Seek out the Dwarf Lord within, Ragnar. Destroy the creature vain enough to appoint himself a demigod, and the runes will tell of how you crippled his entire army.
Alright guys, you heard it from the man himself. Let's go kill this motherfucker. Also, this is not the Dwarf Lord guy, I just wanted to show you how goofy this guy looks. He can't do anything. So he also has to go.
Those shrieks you hear were never intended for mortal ears, Ragnar. Gonrak awaits you within these tunnels, along with the creatures he commands. They are also home to the Trickster and his dark powers. Where you are going, even I will not be able to aid you. Trust to yourself alone, Ragnar. Remember your father and those yet living who still depend on you.
So here we enter a maze-like structure. It kind of reminded me of that one boss fight in Bloodborne, where you have to chase that guy through the misty hallways. Yeah, especially for its time, it was pretty crazy how this area worked. Alright, so on to the next part. I want to give a shout out to the guy that voice acted Loki. I don't know who he is. I searched online, but he isn't credited. But you cannot deny this guy had passion for his job. Is he the best voice actor? I'll leave it up to you. But this guy is putting his heart and soul into it, man. So I'm just gonna let it play out. And I'll let you decide what you think of it. But I think it's pretty fucking cool. I like it.
Odin. One-eyed one. You come at last to set me free. Or have you come to gloat upon my twisted form? No, not Odin. He does not forgive. And neither do I, you misbegotten old wretch! I'll destroy you, father, just like Baldur! I will! Now, I am destroying you, old one-eye! There are so many you've discarded, forgotten. Me, my daughter, the souls you condemned to her realm, dishonored you called them, not worthy of your precious Valhalla. But they are great in number, and through my schemes and with my blood, they will rise to crush Asgard itself.
And through my schemes and with my blood. I don't know, man. I like it. This dude is doing a good job. So, shout out once again to that dude, whoever he may be. I hope he's chilling now. So,
At last we meet, interloper. Who are you to intrude upon this sacred ground? Who dares enter the prison of great Loki unbidden?
Wait. You are the son of Jarl. A pity you did not drown with the others. Your fury has brought you far, boy. You invaded my mountain fortress, struck deeply at the weaponsmiths, been a thorn in the side of my master.
There are great things afoot here, boy. Things you couldn't possibly understand. The great snake will soon drip its venom, and I must tend to my master. But first, I will take care of you. Prepare to join your father.
I see. I see it all now. My master's grand design. No longer am I hindered by the frailties of a human form. I have bathed in the blood of Loki and have been reborn in his immortal image. My master has made me the perfect warlord for his perfect army. As you pursued your petty vengeance, my warriors have made short work of Odin's faithful on Midgard. Now only one rune stone remains, that of your village. You poor
little village. It will be such an easy conquest. Too bad there are no warriors left to defend it. But I'm afraid only one of us will ever see it again. You will die here, overwhelmed in this pit. This is the end, mortal.
The mortal one. Mortal no longer.
Are you so driven to aid your fellow humans that you would abandon your own humanity? Odin does not care for monsters, warrior! If once he hated you, he will surely shun you now. Or perhaps he will strike you down, just as he condemned his own son to be chained in his rack. Stay with me, my creature. Join the others of my blood, and together we will march into Ragnarok and assault the halls of Asgard!
I gotta stop you right there, buddy. But we're definitely not doing that. It is time to chase down Conrad and save the village. What's left of it. As a kid, I really thought this was like the coolest part because you look cool, you can jump higher, you are bigger in size, all that mojo jojo. I always try to save the villagers, but they see you as a monster, so they will attack you on sight. And I always try to kill all the monsters to save the villagers, so they could see like, oh, he's one of the good guys. But yeah, that never happens. But yeah, let's just catch this fucker and finish the game.
Has the All-Father spoken to you, creature? Oh, he has abandoned you, just as he abandoned this village to my minions. Only Wotankeld's runestone remains, and your precious village cannot withstand my army. You see, Conrad has led my minions admirably. Stripped of its warriors, your village couldn't even put up a token resistance. I offer one last time. Join me, or be destroyed. Welcome home, Ragnar. A pity you've come too late. Wotankeld has been reduced to rubble, and its people have been scattered to the winds. With the destruction of this last runestone, my master Loki can be freed at last, and the Fimbulwinter will begin.
Alright, bozo, it's time to say goodnight, baby.
Have failed you, master.
You have done well, bravest of my warriors. Fear not for the people of your village. They are safe in the hands of my servant Bragi, far from Loki's wrath. But know that chaos is afoot in the land, and the Fimbulwinter approaches. Loki's schemes are without number, and one day soon he will bring Ragnarok upon us all. The tribes of man must continue to prepare for the contest to come. But your place now is on battlefields far beyond Midgard. You have been tested, warrior, and I have not found you lacking. When the runes tell of Ragnar Jarlsson, they will speak of the first living warrior welcomed into the halls of Asgard. Step into the portal, warrior, and join me at my side. Cross the Rainbow Bridge, warrior. A place is set for you at the banquet table of Valhalla.
And there you have it, people. We made it all the way to Valhalla. Man, this game is definitely one of the childhood greatest hits. Sure, I made fun of it a little bit and I cracked some jokes, but I can't deny the impact it had on me as a kid. And yeah, 25 years old. 25 years old. That is crazy. If you ever played Rune yourself back in the day, let me know if you played multiplayer. Maybe we've bumped into each other. Also, two small side notes I have for the game. This is the game that teach me how to write and understand English. And I had my first online girlfriend in this game. Ooh, believe it or not. But yeah, that was Like learning English for me was like I was asking my mom, how do you say this in English? How do you say this in English? And I just kept typing and typing to the people online. And there was a girl from the same country that I was from. I think I must have been like 7 or 8 years old. And we connected on this game every day for like a year. And then at some point she was like, oh, I'm just gonna walk the dog real quick and I'll be right back. And she never returned online. So yeah, that's how it sometimes goes. So hope she's doing well. It would be crazy to know who it was and what she's doing right now. That would be crazy to learn, but I guess we'll never know. But anyway, aside from the rambling, let me know if you played this back in the day. What is your favorite level? I'm also curious if you've been part of this online community, because I haven't even talked or showed online gameplay, but back in the day it was freaking awesome. So yeah, this was my 1 hour video of Rune. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I'm trying to get to 150 subscribers by the end of the year. It's probably not gonna happen. I lost my confidence in that like a month ago, but it would be nice to get at least like 140. That would be nice. So if you made it all the way through, thank you again. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out.